Alright, I'm gonna stand on a soapbox for a minute. Bite me. Look. For once, Americans face an enemy that cannot be fought with bombs, guns, swords, bayonet, or tanks. We face an enemy who is invisible, who infiltrates our homes, violates our bodies, and takes our loved ones. 1 in 1,000 are dead. Those of you who can't do math, 300,000 times 1,000 is 300 million. 1 in 1,000 of us are dead. Some of you will realize this horror because you live in towns whose populations are bigger than that. And that means someone in your town is dead. There are some people who deny its existence, who say there's no virus, who sadly die of the virus, claiming it's fake. There are some who don't seem to understand the situation. Let me explain this to you. Do you install fire alarms, fire extinguishers, and smoke detectors in a building that's already on fire? Let me address this another way. Do you buy your guns after the government makes them illegal or before? Do you go through security to get on an airplane after the guy with the bomb has already gotten on the plane? No. You do all of those things before they're needed, before they're necessary. And now we face an enemy in which a retaliation solves nothing. A declaration that they don't exist solves nothing. The only thing we can do is just in case. The only thing we can do is preempt our foe. That is the hardest thing for Americans to understand. You can't fight back after the fact. Once you have the virus, it's too late. What does that mean? That means 6 damn feet. If you don't know what 6 feet is, if you can reach out and touch them, you're too close. If they can reach out and touch you, you're too close. Don't blame them for being too close. You take the initiative. You take the leadership. The most important factor here is that we all stop being followers. Just because someone else does it doesn't mean we get to do it. What it means is we must be the better person and must be the leader. 6 damn feet. Wear a mask. It's uncomfortable. It fogs up my glasses. It literally inhibits me from seeing. It is hard to breathe through because you feel like you're suffocating sometimes. You're not, but you feel like it because you're breathing hot air. because the mask warms up. If for no other reason than just in case. The same reason I go through airport security is just in case. The same reason I have a fire extinguisher in my house is just in case. This is here to prevent the fire in my body. And if I have that fire, it's here to prevent me from giving it to you. Wash your hands. It's a simple thing. We were drilled this as children. You wash your hands before you eat. You wash your hands after you use the bathroom. You wash your hands before and after you brush your teeth. How hard is that? That's 3 things. 3 things, and we would be able to see our families for Christmas without having to worry about, I'm going to kill my grandparents. 3 things, and we would have had the restrictions lifted over the summer. It doesn't matter if you believe there's a virus or not. The reason why we are suffering is because people have decided to not do things just in case, to prevent the fire from spreading. I am told by great philosophers that remaining on the fence, that remaining politically neutral, is condoning an action. Well, I'm not going to be neutral anymore. I have lost my Thanksgiving and Christmas. My flights were canceled because the city I was going to was locked down. And the airline would not conduct the flight anymore. I have lost 2 of my relatives. They're dead. 3 of my friends. They're dead. I am in fear that I am going to secretly be carrying the virus when I finally get to see my wife. And she's going to be immune deficient. And I'm going to hold her as she dies. And there be nothing I can do about it. All because someone won't wear a mask. They won't maintain 6 feet. They won't cancel their plans to go to a restaurant and sit around a dozen other people because they think it won't affect them. Newsflash. It's been affecting all of us since March. You just don't want to believe it has. Look around you. Some of your favorite places to eat are closed. Your barber shop is closed permanently. Their doors are shuttered. 5 My Little Pony vendors that I know of are out. They're out of business. They closed their doors. They can't ever reopen them because they had no conventions to go to. It's 5 people that I was used to having a table with, sitting next to, laughing and cutting up, that I may never see again simply because they don't have the money to go and they no longer have a business, so they no longer have the primary motivating factor for them to show up. 12 anime vendors I know, all closed, out of business. Those of you who miss conventions, you're going to go back to the con scene and you're going to see a radical change. Some of the biggest vendors at your favorite cons are gone. You face an enemy that no longer retaliation works. Fighting it after the fact doesn't work. There's no guarantee of how many have been infected. There's no guarantee of how many you've personally killed after you've been infected. All of us have a nurse or a doctor who we trust, who is our friend. Not someone we go see for medical reasons, but someone we hang out with. Ask them. Ask them what it's like working right now. Ask them what it's like. Ask them if this virus is fake. They're your friend. Surely you trust them. It's that simple. 3 months. Wear a mask. Stay home. If you have to go out 6 feet, wash your hands before you leave the house. Wash your hands first thing when you come back. Sanitize the stuff that you brought in. That's it. 3 months. You would have to live like that. These people who talk about being able to go live in a bunker should be ashamed of themselves, because you can't even stay in your own home for a month. Seriously. 3 months. That's all that's being asked. And then we can go out again. And then we can see our friends and family. And then we can go back to where we would go to work. Actually go somewhere. And see people we probably hate. Grow up. Put your big boy britches on. Get your siege bunker on. And shore yourself up for 3 months. That's all you have to do. That's it. Good luck. Stay safe. And for the love of God, just stay home. Because the last thing I want to see is 1 million dead.